back to The Past is Alive. Thank you all for tuning in for everyone's favorite night of the month, the 1990 Topps Rip in the search for the legendary and elusive Frank Thomas No Name on Front error card, which I've been exhaustively looking for the better part of my life. So tonight, in front of us here, we have a kind of a tattered Cello box, one that I haven't ripped in quite a while. Been opening wax for the last few months, but this box was actually generously given to me by none other than my good buddy Joseph C., who I'm sure is probably in here. And he brought this into my shop over the weekend, and he picked it up for a good price online. These boxes at one point were around $100, like a few months ago. It seems like they've come down a decent amount to right around $60. So we have 24 packs in here. Back in 1990, they were 89 cents. Now, from what I've always heard as far as the rumor goes, and the legend has it, Frank Thomas No Name on Front could only be pulled from Cello packs. I've heard wax. I've heard all kinds of different things, from vending boxes to, just everything. So I think we have a better chance of finding it in a Cello box or one of those jumbo packs that they sold originally. So tonight we are tearing into this for a change, and this box seems to have what may look like a urine stain or something on them. I'm not sure the significance of that, Joseph. I don't know if he knows either, but we will find out and dig deeper. There is one No Name on Front that I see on eBay right now that I saw before I started this live stream. I think it's $10,000 for a BGS 8. So I'm going to toss this tattered box off to the side, and we are going to get to ripping. And if you are new here, this is a series I do in the first of every single month, and will continue to do in the first of every month until this product is completely depleted, which may take another 50 years, maybe longer. So thank you, Joseph C., for making this possible. And let's see if we can find the No Name on Front. I pulled the rookie card, the actual rookie, last night out of the Jam Pack box, which is a nice surprise. Very first pack in. So we have 31 cards per pack. Floyd fan became a member for 6 months. What a weird Wednesday auction. Floyd fan, what's happening, man? Thank you for being here. I appreciate that. And also, I saw earlier Stephen H. became a member of the channel as well. So thank you, Stephen H. Thank you guys all for being here. Let us see what we can find. Mitch Webster with some sort of awkward printing blemish there. Maybe that will lead way to the No Name on Front. Tony Gwynn All-Star Cards and Ken Griffey Sr., which a lot of people at the flea market would try to convince you that that is a $30 card, and I've seen it firsthand in person. Dave Martinez with the weird side eye. There's Corey. He says, apparently, according to this, I'm new here. Member for 19 months. Holy crap. Have I been doing this for that long? I appreciate you, Corey. It's good to see you in here and not ducking out early on your melatonin binge. Gary Reedus, Jack Doherty, and we're going to have the propaganda piece with the gum stuck to it that I am seriously considering eating as well. Look at all that powdery sugar on there. How about a Mickey Weston No Name on Front? Well, since Paul L. throws it out there early, there is the Mickey Weston. We are looking for the 3-head Weston, of course, which just means 3 Westons in one box. Tango says $100, probably referring to that Ken Griffey Sr. The Dirty Knees of Sid Fernandez. There's Whitey. So the first pack in, Tony Gwynn being the best card, unless you consider Steve Buechele the best, which I personally would not. I never really cared for him. Went on to play for the Buccos. I didn't care for him then either. Al Newman. Big Sun Ripped It says, here's some towards that $10,000 No Name on Front. Big Sun Ripped It. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I'm not sure. I think Big Sun has a channel. Corey, if you wouldn't mind linking that. I think he does. I'm not entirely sure, but one of these days, I'm going to buy that. I don't know if I'll buy the $10,000 one. Especially not right now, but it is definitely one that I will be keeping my eye out, especially at the National this year. I don't even know if I saw any at the National when I went 2 years ago, but if I see one for a couple of grand, if that's even possible, I would definitely buy it. I'd buy a PSA 1 for a couple of grand at this point, because I've been looking for that for so long. There is a Jay Buhner with some printing errors as well. Could that lead to something good? Tim Tuffle. Super baked on that card. Carmelo Castillo. Joseph B. What's happening, man? Yeah, I definitely hated a lot of players as a young lad. Very angry little kid. So, Craig Biggio, this is one of the cards that has like the partial blacklist. It doesn't appear to be a blacklist, but even the blacklist ones that are missing specks of black on the Frank Thomas are very valuable. Dan Billardello, One guy that will never be valuable, especially not in my book. I used to hate him really bad. Bernie Williams rookie card. So we'll put that off to the side. That's always a nice surprise to get that one. In this set, one of the better rookie cards, there's the gum again. And now Topps is trying to force you to buy their binders. White Sox Tom says, how do you know that no name on front is still in packs, John? I don't know. I'm just assuming. They could have been all found many, many years ago. I mean, if you're going to find the name on front, you're going to find it like, it's going to be probably like from a box that came out of some guy's attic that he just bought a box back in 1990 and just stashed it in there, or in a basement or something like that. And the cards are probably all warped with moisture damage. That's probably where the no name on front, if there are any still in packs left, is going to come from. Because supposedly the rumor has it that, you know, they corrected that card after the first pallet went out to Michigan origin or area. Tony Gwynn, base card. And Joe's Card Corral's back with us. Not seen you in a while, Joe. What is happening? He says, you pulled Bouchel already. We've hit our peak. Joe, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Good to see you in here. Hoping to see you stop down at the shop soon. I've been playing, I'm sure Joe's Card Corral remembers it, but I've been playing the 91 highlights video on repeat at the store. Eric was in there the other day for a couple hours and I was playing it. Joe, you remember the VHS we had that we used to watch all the time, the 91 Pirates season highlights? Smoltz, Sharperson, there's Fred Lynn. Dead Grateful says, tonight's the night. I hope it is. I don't know what I'll do if it is. I really don't know what I'll do. I probably wouldn't believe it if I saw it. I would think that someone's effing with me. There's Todd Zeal Future Star card. Mickey Weston shows up. The short print is here. That has definitely got to be a good sign. Juan Bell, Danny Heap. And the rumor has it, there was a guy that I know, I'm not going to mention his name, but a guy that I was talking to, you know, just conversing with here and there, that posted a video on YouTube, I don't know, 2 years ago, that pulled the no name on front from the 5th pack in from a Cello box that he supposedly bought back in 1990. Now, and he lives out by Duryea, PA, where the Topps plant was. I guess it's still out in Duryea, but yeah, so he purchased it from out in that area and then just kept it and then opened it up. And the 5th pack in, he pulled the no name on front. He didn't open any more packs. But from what he said that he received a bunch of different threats. And I don't know if he said that Topps representatives showed up at his house or something like that. So it's a pretty crazy legend involving this card. There's Norm Charlton, another guy that I hated real bad. But if I were to pull that card, they'd have to come and pry it out of my cold, dead fingers, because I would not be giving that up. Especially not to know Men in Black style Topps representatives. I'm going to make a shirt that says, come and take it, with the Frank Thomas no name on front in the middle as the logo. Ben McDonald rookie card was definitely going back then. It still can catch a decent little fee. If you get in a PSA 10, there's Clemens, Storm Davis. Storm Davis, I feel like that's definitely a Mandela effect. I don't remember ever seeing that card in my life. Paul L says, I do remember that video. The George Bush, people have said they pulled the George Bush out of packs way back in the 90s. I don't know if I believe that, because they supposedly like printed 100 of those that were like distributed like around the White House, kind of as a novelty thing. And then somehow they got leaked and made their way outside of the White House. So, but I don't know. People say all kinds of things just to hear themselves talk, I think. Dick Hauser looks absolutely furious on that photo. Danny Darwin. Floyd fan says, hey, John, what's the 195 studio card you were missing? I bought a huge 3,000 count box, and I may have the one you're looking for. Thanks, Floyd fan. 95 studio. Did I say I was missing one? 95 studio. I opened a box of those a while ago, but I don't, I wasn't putting together, oh, you mean the, I was putting together like the parallels. Yeah, it was gold and the platinum. I actually bought those off eBay. I'm pretty sure I bought them all. I'll have to let you know, Floyd fan. Thank you, man. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I went back. It was like Griffey. I think I was missing the Griffey platinum maybe, and like maybe one of the golds. And I want to say I went on eBay and bought both of them. I have that binder somewhere by me. It's in here somewhere in this gigantic mess that I'm trying to clean up. I'll have to let you know, man. Thank you. Alfredo Griffin, there's Paul Gibson looking extra dorky. Felix Fermin and Neil Heaton to end that pack. No sign of Frank Thomas. In wax packs, it's always Kurt Schilling that is the precursor. Corey says, send him the Will Clark card. Yeah, maybe it was the Will Clark I was missing. It was like, yeah, the credit card style ones with the rounded corners. Just says next month, can we have a 2-year celebration party for the promise of the G.I. Joe video? Joseph C., thank you, man. I appreciate that. I think it's been 3 years, hasn't it? I'm pretty sure that promise was made in 2019. Mark Davidson, kind of get Mandela effect vibes from that one. Sparky Anderson, pissed off as ever with Frank Robinson short print shining through. You got a bunch of those, Floyd fan. Okay, I'll have to let you know. I think I did complete it, though. I do like that set. Al Leiter, Tommy Gregg, his chiseled physique that always creeped me out. June 23rd, 2019 is the anniversary, 3 years anniversary of the G.I. Joe video, which I have been thinking extra hard about. And also, get your hopes up over the Taco Bell video, which I think I'm going to move ahead and produce that myself here very soon. Instead of, I had some other buddies that were going to help me do it and film it and act in it. And their lack of initiative is leading that video to be forever on the empty promises list. So, an effort to take it off of there, I'm going to try to make it myself. Don't hold me to that, although I know most people will. Mike Pagliarulo, Joe Morgan, Willie McGee, here's Barry Larkin, Bobby Witt, and a busted dinged corner. Paul L. says the Taco Bell video. Yeah, it's definitely coming. I'm tired of saving my receipts. I have a freaking massive stack of receipts that are kind of being used for props, most of which are from last year, but I've been keeping them for the last 6 months now just to use as props in this video. So there's a freaking massive stack. So anytime anyone comes to my house and they walk in, like I have like a window ledge. As soon as you walk in, there's like freaking Taco Bell receipts all over it. I'd show you, but you can just take my word for it. So I'm tired of those sitting there. I want to make the video. I want to throw those away and be done with it once and for all. Anybody heard the Winnie Pooh horror movie they're making? I did not hear about that. Denny Jackson, Mackie Sasser. There's Willie Wilson. Where is the stink bug? It's got to be alive somewhere. I saw an aggressive stink bug last night upstairs. Like, sometimes there's stink bugs that are real docile that just kind of like, creep along real slowly. Well, this one was on a mission for something. Roberto Alomar, John Kruk, minus a sweat-stained hat. Steve Sachs, Mike Schmidt, throwback 1980 tops. Gibby. So no sign of really anything too prominent. Gary Wayne, I don't know if it's a shadow or silhouette or just a giant sweat stain. Marquise Grissom rookie card. This gum looks pretty fresh, though. It looks really fresh. I'm not going to eat it. Typically, I would eat it, but people get pissed at me. A lot of people get pissed at me when I do that. So there's a ad for Topps Magazine, a debut issue. I think I had that somewhere. I like that. Barry Bonds, Jimmy Key, Rick Dempsey. Of course, these packs were much more difficult to search than wax packs. Civil War era Mitch Williams, Lee Smith, Andy Allenson, and there's a second year Craig Biggio. So ripping right along, and no sign of Frank Thomas. Yeah, obviously, like, to reseal these, I mean, I don't know. I think it's pretty difficult to do. It's Griffey again. Zeus says eat the gum. Yeah, normally I do eat the gum, but then I end up slopping into the microphone and everything else, and people get real pissed at me. So that's why I'm not doing it. Eat the Topps propaganda instead. Now there's an idea right there. Carlton Fisk. There's Rex Hudler. I've said it many times before, but we previously, as in all of us, or a few of us, declared him dead on this channel a while back. I forget who that was that did that. Greg Vaughn, Future Star card was a good one back then. Jeff Russell. Gary Reedus. Tim Drummond always creeped me out on that card. Wally Whitehurst, same thing with him. Fetters, there's a Ripken record breaker. So it seems like the gum is stuck to the propaganda in every single pack. Fortunately, so at least only one of the cards is ruined instead of two. Tony Pena, Rick Roden. Kevin Eddy, there's Rob Deere. That's Squirrely Mullet. Terry Kennedy, Randy Sinclair. Looks like he smoked like 3 packs a day. Roger Craig. The $120 Roger Craig has arrived. We can all relax now. I wonder if that guy still has that card at that flea market. It was actually in a binder along with... There's like a Ken Griffey Sr. 90 Fleer in the binder. I think it was $90. Mark Icord, Todd Worrell, and there's Dan Pasqua, who I never really cared for him, which should not surprise any of you. So the only rookie card so far is Bernie Williams, but we still have plenty more packs to go. And lots more fun to be had. So typically Wednesday night's an auction night, but of course, this takes precedence over the auction. So I think next Wednesday will be the hockey auction. There's Nolan Ryan, 5,000 Ks. Joe B says Dan Pasquale now too. I've definitely mentioned him before. All right, am I going to take Dallas Keuchel out of my rookie box? Yeah, that's a tough one, man. There's Dennis Cook's second-year card, and we can rejoice now at seeing that. Kevin Wickender, Wild West Gunslinger, Sandy Koufax, Tim Leary, Greg Harris. I haven't looked through my rookie box in a long time. I guess I probably should go through there and call a bunch of cards, I guess. Probably time. I don't even know if I don't think I even have a 2022 section in there. Because the thought of it stresses me out because I'm going to go through and like take all the time to put all these rookies in there right now, and then I'll have to go through like a month from now and take them all out. So I still got to do that with 2021 too. I got like Jesus Luzardo and AJ Puck and stuff in the 2021. I think those are 2021, weren't they? Or those 2020? I can't even remember anymore. The years are too fast these days. I guess those are probably 2020, right? Luzardo and AJ Puck and stuff. They're all blending together. Terry Francona. Yeah, so I have to go through and do all that. Craig Biggio, again. There's Melito Perez for Jonathan H., who abandoned me just recently. He came back into all of our lives and then left just as quickly as he returned. So shout out to the non-existent, late and great Jonathan H. and his favorite player, Melito Perez. I can't believe PSA 10 Griffies are selling for $400. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. It's even more crazy that at one point those were $1,000 or close to $1,000. Floyd Vince is speaking of auctions, slowly getting stuff together still, but I'll try and get a package out tomorrow to you or next week. Yeah, no rush on that, Floyd fan. I kind of put a halt on consignment auctions for the time being just because I just got tired of sending everything out. It just took up too much of my free time. But I just need to take a break for a little bit, and then I'll get back to it. Right now, I want to try to kind of scale down what I have laying on the floor for the most part. So the hockey cards that I've had or that I'm going to sell next week have been on my living room floor for the last, like, I don't know, 5 months. So they got to go. Cal Ripken, there's Mark Williamson. Sandra, what is going on? It confused me. I thought that was going to be Kurt Schilling for a second, but we've still not seen him. Checklist card. Kevin Bass is definitely an omen. Delon the Shields rookie card. Bronson Pacello, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you for being here. Hopefully I didn't butcher that too badly. Nelson Santavina. Eric Davis. Corey says, please just get those cards out of the house. Yeah, I know. I'm trying. I'm trying. It's the purpose of the auction. They were going to be getting out of the house tonight if it was not for 1990 Topps. 1990 Topps always finds a way to intervene in my life. Danny Gladden, and I'm not saying that I'm really upset about that either. Floyd fan, you don't know me anything, man. You don't know me anything for those Prince Fields. I got a couple more for you, like I said. I try to put them off to the side whenever I see him. Greg Walker, definitely Mandela effect on that one. Why the hell was Jeff Russell ever an All-Star? I was thinking the same thing with Jim Presley. There's John Cerruti, Mickey Hatcher, Carter, Terry Poole, and Tommy Lasorda. If you had to guess, how many no names do you think exist? I think the last time I looked on the PSA registry, there was like, I think there's over 200 documented on there. So I couldn't tell you how many physically exist. I imagine there's probably a bunch that still aren't graded. I personally would not buy that card if it wasn't graded, though, because I've seen people just try to fake those because of the crazy amount of value it brings in. You know, there was one I think sold like last month or whatever for like $20,000 or close to it. I think it was the best offer accepted, but there's Wade Boggs All-Star cards. Jerome Walton, second-year Gold Cup. Ron Robinson card will always creep me out. Ted Power, Chet Lemon. Yeah, I do have 20 boxes of 91 Topps football, probably close to it in my shop. So if you want any of that, there's a plethora of it. There might be an all 1991 Topps wax box auction coming up soon because no one's buying them. So I think I'm like $25 a piece or $20 a piece, something like that. So it's weird the way that having a store works because the stuff that I thought people would buy, nobody did. And the things that I didn't think so, people bought up. But that is the way it goes, I guess. Gus Polidor, I saw Eric open the Wonder Packs tonight. These actually were pretty decent, though. There's a lot of cool cards in there. Chuck Finley, Bud Black, Randy McCammett rookie card for Paul L. And there's Dale Murphy to end that pack. Isn't Frank Catalanato in the Rangers Hall of Fame, or am I wrong? I could not tell you that. That is a good trivia question. I have no freaking idea. So we got about half the box left. Mike Boddicker starting things out. The Ken Hill is definitely still in the showcase. Maybe that's why business has been down, is because Ken Hill's in there and Brian Fisher for $2,000. People are like, I'm getting the hell out of here. Mark Langston, definitely Mandela effect on that one. The giraffe neck of Dave West. I think Dave West actually just passed away. I'm pretty sure he did. Rest in peace, Dave West. Maybe I'm declaring him dead falsely like Rex Hudler, but pretty sure I read recently that he passed. Mark Gardner. Case cards, as these are not good so far. Yeah, sometimes you get kind of a dud box, but that's the way it goes. There's definitely been times where I've pulled like literally nothing from 90 Tops boxes, but you wouldn't think so with Cello, just because it'd be harder to search, you know. Floyd Fan got an auto of Jesus Luzardo from 2020 Chrome. That's pretty cool, though. I would still be stoked on that anyways. Jones says, how many thousands have you spent chasing the known number? Probably easier to buy it, not as much fun, though. Yeah, it's definitely not as much fun. I mean, these boxes aren't really all that expensive to buy. I mean, like, wax boxes have gone up significantly. They used to be, I mean, a lot of the boxes I've opened, I paid like 20 bucks a piece for. There's Brian Fisher. Looked like there was going to be a printing error on that one. Is there a printing error on that one? Yeah, there definitely is. Look at that. That black box underneath the text box there. That should not be there. Kind of threw me off for a second. Should definitely not be there. So the plot thickens with this Brian Fisher that may very well be worth $2,000. This is the true $2,000 Brian Fisher in my hand. So we'll put that off to the side. I am very intrigued by that black border that I feel like shouldn't be there. Maybe I'm just, I don't know, on an acid trip or something. David Conis, Greg Swindell, Necklace, Davey Johnson, Ron Karkovice, and the Big Cat for Corey. Joe's Card Curl says Brian Fisher Air. That definitely is some sort of printing error, and I'm obsessed with it, as you can imagine. So almost at half a box. Brian Fisher, 25-cent error. Yeah, probably, but you never know. Some people put ridiculous prices on some of these error cards, and they actually sell on eBay. I don't know if people actually pay for them, but I've seen some pretty crazy stuff, especially out of 90 Tops. But the Brian Fisher is a joke, of course. That comes back to the 88 Tops Brian Fisher that was in a collection I bought that had a $2,000 price tag on it. For any of you guys that aren't familiar with that, just to clarify, John Candelaria, there's Donald Harris rookie card. Ron Karkovice was born looking 40. He definitely was. Ron Karkovice was definitely born during the Revolutionary War. Jose Uribe, there's Jim Clancy. Yeah, the Barry Bonds Air in 87 Tops. I think I saw recently that one of those like sold again for like over $1,000. Ken Patterson's definitely Mandela effect. Spanky LaValliere. There's Nolan Ryan, 5,000 Ks. Dead Grateful says your channel's going to blow up when you pull the name on front tonight. That would be sick, man. That would be very sick. And then all the death threats and everything else will start rolling in. George Brett, Pat Sheridan, Bo Jackson. Maybe tonight's the night. I forget what Joe C made me promise him if I pull that card. I think he said I had to buy him a case of 88 Donruss, which I would gladly do. Joe Orsulak. So maybe that Brian Fisher's not an heir unless this Joe Orsulak is also an heir, that black border. But I don't. It just looks off to me. I don't think those are supposed to be like that. All the other ones are colorful. I don't know. I'm intrigued by it. It's been a long day, so maybe I'm just tired and I'm imagining things. I think I'm imagining things because Randy Kramer also has that black border. So, Brian Fisher, you're not an error card. You can get the hell off the screen. All right, so we have half the box left. And 2022 Top Series 2 comes out to June 8th, I believe. I saw a lot of people asking about that, so it's coming up here pretty soon. Jose Canseco starting things off. We have a Larry Walker rookie card, though. I can tell right away that that's what that is. That's pretty... it's decent looking. Definitely has a white corner. The bottom left is a white corner. That means it's an automatic BCCG 10. This would definitely be a BCCG 10. If it had a crease through it, it would still be a BCCG 10. So fear not as far as that goes. Eric Plonk, send all your cards to BCCG and get 10s back. Even if you spill gasoline on them and light them on fire, more than likely you'll only get like at worst case scenario, you'll end up with a 9. Wade Boggs, Joseph C. says, don't worry, John, if this box doesn't hit, I have 2 more Cellos, a rack pack box, a few wax, and have some jumbos coming in. And yes, if you hit, I can't wait to make it rain 88 Donruss cards. Thank you, Joseph. Joseph C. has been really going off the rails buying wax, and he's getting some pretty freaking crazy deals that I am very, very envious of. So while Joseph is just wallowing in sweet old wax for great prices, I am finding stacks of Moises Alou rookies and being duped into thinking they're the 89 traded set. I didn't pay for it, but still, it still was pretty disheartening opening that tattered 89 traded box and finding nothing but Moises Alou. Nothing against Moises Alou, he had a good career, but I could definitely do without that many of them. So keep an eye out for those. They'll probably be up for an auction here pretty soon. Probably next week. It'll be an all-hockey auction with the exception of one stack of Moises Alou 90 score rookies. Because now they are taking up space and sitting on my floor and just probably going to get kicked around. All right, the search continues. And I'm trying to find some old wax for you too, Joe. I know that you're already gobbling it all up, but when I come across it, I'm going to keep you in mind from now on. Bucky Dent, John Wetland, Floyd fan says, what should you do with the gag cards? Is have a sign next to them saying, we're not like our competitors, we price our wax affordably. Oh, I love that idea. That is a really good idea. Yeah, I have to, I appreciate that, man. I have to explain the Brian Fisher to everybody and also the Ken Hill because people will start looking at that showcase and it's like where all the vintage is and the partial sets and stuff like that. And they'll just like, they just get like this bitter beer face when they see that Brian Fisher. And it's like, oh, that's a gag. That's an inside joke. And they're like, oh, yeah, I'm sure. There's Larry Walker rookie again. So we got two of those on the count. But the Mike Walkden is still in there. It's still on the podium below the snowboard that not many people stop to appreciate whatsoever. Not that they really should because it's a piece of crap. But there is like a tiny bit of a museum next to the vending machine. Stan Javier in that unibrow is Puckett. So the Walkden is probably going to be heading home here pretty soon. So until he makes it back in one piece, we will have this Mike Walkden. Gary Sheffield, second year, and Rick Leach to end that pack. No sign of Griffey, no sign of Frank Thomas, no sign of the Kurt Schilling rookie card. There's Billy Ripken. Also no Sosa, no Juan Gonzalez. Joseph C., what the hell is going on? I must know. Joseph C. definitely searched his box. Maybe he planted a no name on front in here. I don't think he would do that, but that would be funny. Rob Ventura. There's Tom Pagnozzi. Chuck Carey fooled me into thinking that was going to be a Bernie Williams rookie. There's Deion Sanders, not his rookie. He does have a card in 89 traded, so we will not count that as his rookie, as some people very well may do so. Kevin Mitchell, Billy Kruger, there's Scott Bradley, Dirk Remington. What is happening, man? Probably going to piece once again. I got like 3 or 4 in this one. Art Howe, Tettleton, there's Mark Davis, Jeff Blauser. I would have probably torn that in half as a kid, as I hated him as well. Paul Kilgus, Norm Charlton, R.J. Reynolds, Henry Cotto, Cochran, and there is Billy Ripken. Mike Foss says, if you really hit the no name on front, is the plan to get out of town immediately? Yeah, I feel like I would have to. I don't know. I feel like, not even that I feel like I need to, but at this point, after saying that, I feel like I would. I would just call off work the next day and be like, I gotta get out. I have to get out of town for a while until things cool off. Then probably go to like Maryland and go to a bunch of crappy antique malls where the Todd Benzinger is for 5 cents. So just to say that I did, just to say I left town because I pulled that card. So yeah, that's the plan. There's Ripken, Wade Boggs, Ron Robinson again. Of course, his shop will be rated. The shop has already been rated. He keeps his passport ready for a fast escape. Frank Viola, yeah, I definitely have a safe house. There is a safe house. If I pull anyone in front, it's probably the shop. I'll be in there making grab bags or something. Tim Belcher watching 91 Pirates highlights on repeat. Kurt Manwaring's Doyle Alexander. That card always creeped me out. It's a really like feminine looking throw. Kevin Seitzer. There's Omar Vizquel, second year card. Eddie Murray, Mike Felder, DeCenzo, Treadway, and Cecilio. Rod Robinson looks like he's a member of the Munsters family. He definitely does. I feel like we've said that before on here. Paul Ellis is a kid. I took a Sharpie to my Kevin Durant rookie to cross off Seattle Sonics. Oh, wow, that's great. Joe's Car Corral says, you can come to my place. Nobody comes to my place. Well, I definitely will keep that in mind. We need to have like a card show at your house, Joe. used to do that all the time where Joe would come down because Joe lived on the same street as us whenever we were growing up. So he'd come down. We'd have card shows like outside. And, like people would set up their cards on the fence, like in this fort that my dad built. And then on rainy days, if it rained out, we would transfer everything and have them in the living room. It was pretty cool. I mean, by card shows, I mean it was me, Joe, and Eric. That was it. But sometimes another neighborhood kid or two would come by, but it was primarily the three of us. And I feel like no one bought my cards. Like between Eric and Joe, I don't think either one of them ever bought my cards. Joe always bought Eric's cards, and Eric, I don't know if Eric really did much buying back then off of us, at least. There's Jim Abbott Gold Cup, which I think this is still listed on eBay for like $10,000. Some sort of error claimed on there. Jim Acker, Adam Peterson, there's Willie Frazier. And look at that. Frank Thomas has arrived. Tom Gordon, Kurt Schilling is the precursor. So the Thomas has arrived. And of course, we're going to save that for the end. So don't go anywhere, because that is probably the no name on front. I'm going to be very careful here I don't give it away. I've done that before. Kelly Gruber. So Frank Thomas is definitely in this box. Dead Grateful says, don't panic. Wasn't there the guy who had the Mel Hall poop stain card? Yeah, his name was Mark. He had like this like fecal colored tote. I'm not kidding when I say that. It was like rusty brown. He carried around with him, and all the cards were just thrown in there. So it was like a tote you see at the flea market for like $10 that has a bunch of crappy like 91 Fleer in it. And he like freaking carried that thing around. Brought it to our house, and he left it there. And I don't know if that's when Joe ripped up the Bob Walker, was that in a binder? Regardless, he like left his cards there and pissed us off one day or something like that, and Joe lashed out. And then my dad walked in as he did it, I think hit him over the head with like a newspaper, or scolded us with a newspaper. Maybe hit me over the head. I don't know. But Joe was the one that ripped up the Bob Walk 88 tops. And the Mel Hall poop stain card from 91 was definitely in that rusty fecal colored binder. Pretty filthy. Yeah, he would come to card shows every once in a while, and he kind of got out of it and started hanging out with a different crowd, and we all kept doing the same thing, playing Tony La Russa baseball, Tony La Russa 2 on like Windows DOS back in like 93, and collecting cards and going to card shops and stuff like that. And that lasted until like, I don't know, Eric and Joe are like 4 years older than me, so I was kind of like, I think they kind of like ended up going on to do other things, and I stuck around for another year or two collecting, and then eventually left the hobby myself. Mr. K says, I sent you an email. I never heard back. That seems to be the norm, though. I apologize. It's much easier to get a hold of me in social media, like on Instagram or like Facebook Messenger. Even like people text me sometimes, and I'll go to respond, and like one of my staff or somebody will call me, and it just happens all the freaking time. I apologize. It's just the way it is. So sometimes email is not the best way to get a hold of me, because I get flooded with eBay notifications and all kinds of other stuff, and stuff will get overlooked. So if Instagram, like freaking Facebook Messenger, things like that are a lot easier to get a hold of me on. Ready, Johnson, second year card. Tony La Russa baseball and Sega Genesis. The Blue Jays were loaded. I just bought that game for like $1 not that long ago. It was sitting next to me somewhere in this heap of trash. Alvin Davis, Paul Molitor. Lance Parrish, Todd Burns. Well, if you have Facebook, or if you're part of the Facebook group, you can just send me a message on there. It's probably the easiest way to get a hold of me. I'll check my email after the stream's over, see if I can find it. Andrew Pieces, I resort to Facebook Messenger. Even sometimes on there, I don't get back to people, and it's not intentional. I don't see it. I'll see it like a month later. It happens quite often. Louis Meadows is Russ Nixon. David Wells, checklist card again. Todd Froworth. McClendon. Chip Brandon says, longtime viewer, pull that GD Frankie no name on front. Thanks, man. Glad of you to join us. There's Sosa rookie card. Finally shows up. Chip Hale. I never really cared for him either, but there's one guy I did care for. Jim Leland freaking rules. Always liked him. Scott Bales Jackson. There's Mitch Webster. That card always creeped me out too, because it looked like he had some sort of like contagious rash around his mouth that I was always worried I was going to get just by holding that card when I was a kid. There's Tony Gwynn. And I don't know why I even flip these over anymore. Ooh, we have a new one. There's the Velcro hat. Freaking sweet. 50 says, RBI Baseball is the best NES game. RBI Baseball rules. I think we used to play RBI 4 all the time, Eric and I. I feel like he'd always beat me. There's Vance Law, Joe B. Met Vanslaw, a guy that I never liked. Still don't like him. Brady Anderson, second year card. Scott Geraltz. Kevin Gross, there's LaRussa. Speaking of LaRussa. Dykstra, J. Bell. Always liked him. And there's Todd Benzinger. Maybe I'll take that with me once I pull the menu on front tonight. Or I should say reveal it. Take that with me to that antique mall and sell it for a nickel, and then they can put it out for a dime. I think it was a 1990 Upper Deck Todd Benzinger that had like a homemade 5-cent price tag on it. It's like, what is that really worth the time you took into just putting that sticker on there and writing on it for a nickel? I don't know. No one is ever going to buy that. It was there 3 years ago. It will be there until the end of time. But I said the same thing about the Ken Hill, though, too, and someone bought it. Either that or the guy just got tired of having it sit there and just got rid of it. But I think somebody definitely went in there and paid $30 for that. Julio Franco, another Sosa. So now the hot box is really coming together. A push these off to the side. 2 Sosas, 1 Bernie rookie, Larry Walker, only 1 Mickey Weston, and a shilling with a Frank Thomas behind it, which we have yet to reveal what that is. If it's an error card or not. The odds are stacked very, very high against me for it to be an error card. Brooks Jacoby, I feel like that's definitely Mandela effect. McGriff, Donnell Nixon, another guy I did not like, really, in my early years. Steve Finley, Cal Ripken, Belliard, and Darren Dalton. Andrew Pieces, John, such a card tease. There's Clinton Ray with all the emojis. We have Don West, Mike Walkden, and Dennis Cook. Mickey Weston short print. Yeah, it's definitely a short print. Dead Grateful is going to beat the odds tonight. I hope so, man. We got 4 packs left in this rip. Joe's Card Cross is on RBI 4. You'd win a regular game, and the team acts like they won they won the title, then an MVP trophy was awarded. I do remember that. Thank you, Joe. Until you said that, I completely forgot about it. Remember RBI 1 for NES, too? Like, where you'd hit a hole, like all the guys were, like, real fat and stubby, and they would, like, literally walk through the outfield. Like, you'd hit a line drive to the outfield, and they would walk so slow. So just a dinky little line drive would be in the park homer every single time. And if you'd hit it into the stands, like, the entire crowd, like, lit up, and it was so ridiculous. And all these weird sound effects. Oh, so glorious. I love it. Chili Davis and Billy Hatcher. Jeff Ballard. Check out Joe's Card Corral, my childhood friend, Eric's childhood friend as well. If you have not subscribed to his channel, he should be due for a new video here soon with some 91 score packs searching for Brett Favre. And hopefully we get our hands on a box of Yak packs again here in the next month or two. I think 3 Bros in a card store is blown out now. I don't know if I can open those again. Maybe like take a year break. I think Eric's made like 3 videos about 3 Bros in the last month. So they're kind of exhausted. Now we must go back to Yak packs, and I'm really craving them. We opened those, the grand opening of the store, but I couldn't really enjoy them because I was so freaking tired from not sleeping the night before. I know some people said that. They're like, why do you look so freaking miserable the grand opening of your stores? Because I didn't go to sleep at all the night before. Corey Real didn't either, and it was pretty exhausting. So it was definitely, it's a memory that I will not forget. Third to last pack. Take a match to 3 Bros. There's A. Bartlett Giamatti, the guy who banned Pete Rose from baseball. I was pretty bummed out when he passed away. Brian Clutterbuck, a sweat-stained hat. Bo Aldred. Will Clark All-Star card. 50 says, I have the world record for the most runs scored in a game in RBI baseball. I'm not kidding. Really? It's not like the Guinness Book of World Records. The definition of insanity is a 3 Bros in a card store. Yeah, it's pretty awful. It is pretty awful, and what's worse is that they're real cocky about it. They said that like they were sold out of their products like all over the place at like Cracker Barrel and all this stuff. It's like, why? Why are you sold out? You should not be sold out. It should be the exact opposite. Your product is freaking awful. That's Brett Saberhagen. I don't even try to make it a good product. It just sucks. Like, it sucks bad. There's Sandberg, Steve Lake, Mike Smithson. There's that Jacoby again. So no 3-headed Mickey Weston, I don't think is going to happen. Rob Dibble in the pulsating jugular vein. It's creeping me out. And Rick Sutcliffe. And 2 packs remain. I've thought about making my own repacks. I definitely could, and I have the means to do it. I've done it before. I did the $5 box and the $10 box, and the feedback on them was pretty awesome. I have one sitting right next to me here that really never amounted to anything. But I think these were like $10, People definitely seem to like them. I think I did that for like, I don't know. How long was it, Corey? 2 weeks or something. I think I sold like 10 or 20 of them and then instantly stopped and shut them down. So there's Chad Critter, Ryan Sandberg All-Star card. 90 tops, repacks. I need to do that because I have so many. Still so many, but I typically end up taking them and selling them on Marketplace. All my comments and stuff that I open from different products and stuff like that, I usually throw into flat rate boxes and I put them on Marketplace, and they sell within like an hour most of the time for $100 for like 30 boxes. I take that and I put it into buying rookie cards or whatever else. Pascal Perez, Jerry Edgar Martinez, there's Dwight Smith. So his second to last pack delivers a Scott Scudder short print. Brandon says, just my opinion, I think you'd probably do way better business if you sold new hobby releases at your store or your cards store. Love the old stuff too. Well, I appreciate the insight. I've thought about doing newer stuff. I just personally don't care for it myself. So I wanted to kind of try to recreate like an old like 80s or 90s card shop, which is what I had in mind whenever I opened the store. That's why I have like packs behind the counter and stuff like that. But surprisingly, no one really buys the wax. So Joseph C. is a big wax collector, so he buys it. My brother will buy some of it when he comes in there. But other than that, I think I sold like maybe one wax box in the last month to a random customer, which is, I thought it'd be the exact opposite. People would be buying the wax like crazy and I wouldn't be able to keep it in stock, but not the case. I have some new product and I have some newer blasters that I picked up recently, but just to test the waters and see if people purchase them. Final pack from this box. But yeah, the new stuff, I just don't care for all the parallels and like chasing autographs and numbered cards. I'm just not really a big fan of it. It's grown on me a little more in the last like 6 months than it did before. I feel like you can only open so much of the older stuff. After you open like pack after pack after pack, like 91 score and like 91 leaf and stuff like that, then it's like, all right, I got to get something else. I need to get some variety here. So that's when like opening newer packs is kind of like a breath of fresh air. There's Glavin with some printing errors. Chaos, what is happening? Jesse says, no name on front, let's go. Thank you, Jesse. That is the creator of the fourth bro mystery box. And the guy that gifted me with this glorious all name on front, we'll put that in the background to rally back. Kenny Rogers, I appreciate that, Jesse. Thanks a lot, man. There's Tyler Houston, Tom Treblehorn, Gene Larkin, Fred Manrique. There's Mike Stanley and a creepy side eye there. Pete Incaviglia. Hopefully there's another fourth bro card box on the way. The world needs it. The world was obsessed with that product. And it was a total tease. We never got it. Never got any more after that. Charlie Huff, Alfredo Griffin, Paul Gibson. There's Neil Heaton, Barry Bonds. So we didn't see a whole lot of stars out of this box. I don't think we didn't even see one Nolan Ryan base. I think there was like 2 5,000K cards, maybe. Jerome Manley says, I keep asking, but I really want that card with the all name on front. Yeah, that is a personalized one of one. I don't know if I'll ever give that up. So that is the end of that box, but we still have one last order of business. So Joseph C., thank you again very much for making this rip happen. Otherwise, would have been opening wax. I should be doing a mail day probably. I don't know. I said I was going to do one like last week. I haven't done it yet, but I definitely have a decent amount of packages to open up, and there's some pretty cool stuff. Some really awesome stuff, I should say. So the slow reveal, there is the Frank Thomas rookie card. Schilling is usually the precursor in... Oh, there's a stink bug. Holy crap. I have not seen him in forever, and he came out of nowhere to give us luck, apparently. And he's crawling on the 90 tops. What are the freaking odds of that? You guys literally summoned him, and he is pissed. That is absolutely nuts. Right at the time of the slow reveal, the stink bug shows up. Oh, I've not seen him in probably since the last time that he came out. We have to put him in the background. Come on, man. He's getting real pissed. I mean, he wants that old gum. All right, so stink bug has arrived just in time for the slow reveal. Bring us some luck, Stinky. He's bad luck. I sure hope not. So the slow reveal. Stink bug versus levitating Mike Walkton. They can face off against each other. All right, so what's it going to be? The suspense. I hope there's no name on this one. Oh, no. There is the name, and that is the feeling that we have all grown very accustomed to, the feeling of utter disappointment and defeat. The name is on there, but I will say it until I'm blue in the face. I still love pulling that card regardless, and we will all live to open 90 tops yet once again with Stinky, who could not come through with the luck we were hoping for, but I think I still have 2 or 3 wax boxes lined up. So we'll go back to wax next time. Hopefully we get some jumbo packs at one point. Everyone say good night to the stink bug, who's now crawling towards the 1 of 1 all name on front. And he is out of here. So that is it for tonight. Thank you guys all for being here. And hopefully I'll have a mail day video tomorrow and an auction coming up next week. Regularly scheduled auction on Wednesdays. So I will see you guys all next time. Have a great night.